Right. Um, Last week I did put in a sample drawings of structural, and if you open that, you'll see what that structural drawing looks like, right? And you're going to see some of what we were trying to do here. This is a foundation slab on grade. Then you come up with your footings, okay? And then as part of this one, we did there's joist here, okay? We set that. There's joist. This is framing plan. There's also some roof plan here, and then there's these details. And you can see that structural has a lot of details, right? There's details on sections of footing, slabs, stairs, rebars. Then if you have steel involved, then you're going to have this detail of the I beams. Okay, so a lot of details, and these are very important details because that's what you're telling the contractor is this is how I you want this building to be designed in terms of structural. Okay, but there's just a lot, and um, this yesterday morning I also added the the same detail, but I included the general notes. Okay, so general notes is a bunch of words that takes care of some um, legal requirements. Okay, so you can see there's just a bunch of this paragraphs and notes, and it's all about um, what the engineer wants to be done for the building. So the footing, the note says footings are designed for bearing capacity of 4,000 psf. So um, basically, saying that the footings that he's designing is based on the soil report. Geotechnical report is the soils report, and from the soils report, it's 4,000 psf. So this is just basically some legalese that says, hey, if the geotechnical report, the soil report is not 4,000 psf, then my structure design could be wrong. If the building, let's say, collapses or breaks and he gets sued, then he can point out that, hey, there's a geotechnical report that I based my design on, and according to that report, it's 4,000 psf. So these are all legalese and takes care of things that are usually important in terms of who is responsible and what are the standard ways that things needs to get done. Okay, so anything that is part of the building, so there's footing, there's concrete, there's steel. Now if you don't have steel in your building, you may omit this. Cold metal framing is about the wall studs that are made from sheet metal. Okay, so I'm showing you this one because this is something that we're going to do this week, and some of it we're going to type, and most of them we're not. Okay, so just to give you what we're going to be working on for this week's module. But we're going to end up with doing one more set of structural, and I think this will be the last set for our structural. Let me just get back to my modules here. And so the first thing that we are going to do, or you're going to do, is basically another set of details that is going to talk about the joist. So here's your 11-1 joist details, and if you open that, we're going to I'll be discussing on my videos here joist detail, how it's connected. Okay, and you will create. I will show on the video how to create this, and then you will create this detail by yourself. And you're not creating it out of some drawing, but you're just going to create that by grabbing it from a manufacturer. Okay, so a lot of manufacturers will provide details on how they want their products to be connected or to be used. Some have been using joist hangers. So so I will show you how you can grab these details. Okay, so a lot of explanation to do here, but when you're prepared to know ready to do that, you're going to basically import or get this detail from the manufacturer and then just modify it. Okay, and after modifying it, you're going to put that or add that detail to your detail sheet. Okay, so you're going to add this detail on number three, and then at the towards the end, you're going to also add one more detail. I think it's number four, and however you want to, um, let me say that it's how you think or which detail is applicable to your design is what you're going to just use. So it doesn't matter what it is. I'm going to leave that up to you, which detail you want to show. But I will show you how to do one detail, and then you're going to do the second one. Okay, so you're going to do this second detail here by um, copying what I did. Okay, so don't put the same detail that I just did here. You're going to pick your own detail and put that here, and it's something that should apply to your building. Okay, any question? Okay. Mhm. So that will be our first one. Uh, So you're adding details. One of the things that you're going to do is add details. The second thing that you're going to do is, again, just like I showed you, there's a lot of details to structural. If you're going to put in your truss framing details, so truss is basically like the joist on the roof. Okay, so um, I will again show you how to get this detail from a manufacturer. Okay, and then you're going to add that detail for number five, and then you're going to create your own detail by importing it this time from a PDF. So I'm just showing you a technique on grabbing a detail from the manufacturer, so you won't be drawing them from scratch. There's some revisions that you need to do. So this video will show you how to open up a manufacturer's website and getting some of their details. Okay, choosing one detail, and usually it's easy to do the DWF. So I chose PDF here so you can grab and know how to do it if the detail is only in PDF, because sometimes manufacturers do not give us a DWG file; they give us a PDF. So this one requires you to like sort of register, and you can register so you can download. And once you've downloaded the PDF, you need to open it. Okay, and once you've opened it, then you can sort of um, convert that PDF into a CAD drawing, and then once you have converted to a CAD drawing, you can place it there, and then you still have to edit though. Okay, so some line thicknesses are too thick, some have colors in them. You have to remove the colors. Um, you may need to make the lines thin. Okay, so this video will show you how to do that. So again, just another detail, but what I'm showing here is basically a technique on how you can grab a detail from a manufacturer in PDF. Okay, it's not a quick way of doing it, but it's quicker than drawing this again, right? So just a lot of modifications that you're going to do. So um, that's what you're going to do for the second part, and you're going to add another detail, and this detail should be about the roof. Okay, so it's called a roofing detail or a truss detail. Okay, so I'm going to leave that to you. So basically, for this sheet, I think this is sheet number 3. It might be number 4 on you, but you have to create two details, not by creating it on your own. We already did that last night or last week based on the drawing or sketch I gave you. This time you're going to grab it from a PDF. Okay. The first one that I ask you to do is basically grabbing it from a website, but it's going to be um, already in the DWG format. Okay. And the second one is from a PDF. So it's basically a technique that I'm trying to show you. Okay. You could just interrupt me if you have a question. If not, I'm just going to go ahead and explain the rest. Any questions so far? All right. So 11.1, grabbing a detail from a manufacturer in the WG about choice. And then 11.2 is about grabbing a detail from a PDF um, and adding it to your detail sheet. Now, the third one is not a detail, but it's called a table. Okay, so a table is basically a column or like a spreadsheet. Okay, so it will look like this, or it will look like this here, and you're going to essentially create this table. And this table is about a beam header schedule. Remember our beam schedule? We have HD1, HD2, HD3. You might have HD4 if you have a different kind of window. But basically, if it's coming from a manufacturer, the engineers would basically just create a table. And so I will show you how to create a table um, um, instead of a detail. Okay. So these headers are mostly standard headers from a manufacturer, and all you have to do is put on a table how to attach these. Okay. So there is a way to create a table in AutoCAD, and this tutorial here will show you how to do that, and we'll also walk you through how to enter and edit the text inside. Okay, so I I think you are going to create your own table also here. So let me see here. Uh, yeah, so header table, you're going to make um, a beam header schedule and then your hold down schedule. So I don't think you're going to make one by yourself. Uh, let's see, but I'm going to walk you through that one. On this video also, if I remember, I'm also going to briefly talk about framing. Okay, so very important concept because in the United States we do wood framing. When we say header, as I discussed before, a header is just like a beam on top of a door or a window. But there are other names for the framing, like what's a king stud or a cripple, and all the other stuff. So this video will also talk about that one. And at the end, your activity is to create a beam header schedule and also the sample hold down schedule. So you're gonna do this first, and then you're going to make this by yourself. Okay, so that's what you're going to do for this video. Any question? It's not detail, but a table this time. All right. Now the next one, 11-4, is about sheathing, and sheathing is plywood basically, and you have plywood on the floor, so and you also have plywood on the roof. So here's on the roof, there's plywood, and they install or put the plywood always perpendicular to the rafters, always perpendicular to the joist. Okay, so that's what you're going to do. And this time, all you really have to do is create this group. So for this video, let's see. I think I didn't make this. Let me just edit this video really quick and make sure that it's at the public so that you can watch it by yourself. Okay. So this video is about 26 minutes long. So let me just add that here. And you're not really going to do anything by yourself here. 26, 46. And essentially, what this one will talk about is creating or adding a note of your sheeting, okay, sheeting notes, adding one another group, and then adding on your framing plan, on your joist plan, the symbol for the plywood. So you can see here, you're basically going to add notes and just point to this group of symbol, okay, that talks about how what the plywood would be. Okay, so you're going to put this symbol. That's an 8 feet by 4 feet plywood, and then you put an arrow, and then you just say, "Hey, see your floor sheeting for structural notes," and that's what you're going to do for this. You're not going to do anything by yourself. Just copy what the video is showing. Okay. Any question on that one? Okay. All right. So the number 4 is all about sheeting, um, and you're basically going to just add this both to the joist, to the framing, and to the roofing plan. Okay. Any question? No. Back here. Then uh, the most boring part of the structural is basically the general notes. Okay. So general notes is the sheet I showed you, right? The sheet I showed you. So that's what you're going to do, but you're not going to create one by um, typing every paragraph by yourself. That's going to be very hard to do. However, I will show you here um, how to get this from a sheet. Okay, so there's two parts here. This first part will show you how to get it from an existing PDF file, and I've linked the PDF file that you're going to get it from. Okay, so that's the first video is how to get it from a PDF file. Now, when you do get it from the PDF file, it does require some editing. Okay, so you can see this one is already imported. Okay, so if you go through this, it will show you how, and then some needs to be edited in the format, but that is much easier than typing every all of these words. Okay, when you do work for an engineer, most of these general notes will be provided for you, and all you have to do is edit them according to what the engineer wants you to do. Okay, so that's what you're going to do for this first part. Now, the second part is going to essentially show you the same thing, um, but you need to like edit the fonts and make it fit. Okay, so so you can see here it does have a separate or different kind of font. You will be also doing some table here. Okay, so there's quite a bit of work here, and that's why you will essentially have only one assignment for this week, and that assignment is basically the um, completing the whole package. Okay, so you're going to do two details and then do two framings, do two schedules here, and you're not creating any sheet. You're just adding two existing sheets. For the sheeting, you're doing only notes. Okay, and then the most of the bulk of the work will be on the general notes. And so what you're going to do now for the structural is put together a package, okay? And just like we did before, so you're going to start with your general structural notes. That's called your S0 sheet. And then you're going to have your foundation plan, framing plan, roofing plan. Some of you will only have two sheets on this one. Some of you will have three sheets. So it's going to be different. So some of you guys might end up with S4 as your detail sheet, but you're going to do again a package. Okay, it must be only one PDF that you're going to submit, just like we did in the architectural. We did this before in architectural, and then you're going to submit that to this Google form. Okay, so only one assignment, but this one is the bulk of the work that you're going to do for this week. Okay. Um Uh, we're not going to end up with something like this where it's there's just tons of details here. Our detail sheet will be very minimal, just to give you the experience on how to do a detail from scratch, just like from a drawing that you're going to receive from an engineer, how to get a detail from the manufacturer, either in a DWG format or a PDF format, creating tables, creating basically modifying an existing general note sheets. Okay. And then, yeah, one package PDF means give that back to me by Tuesday next week. Any question? Okay. No question?